Hello everyone and welcome to my Game Week 6 score predictions of the 2022/23 Premier League season. We've got some big games this week. Merseyside derby to start off with, Everton against Liverpool. Also we've got Man United against Arsenal as well in this week. So let's just get straight into it with the earlier timed kick-off showing on BT Sports. The Merseyside derby, Everton against Liverpool, where Everton, they got the 1-1 draw with Leeds United in their last game, but still yet to pick up a victory this season. Liverpool narrowly scraped a 2-1 victory against Newcastle United, where really that should have ended in a 1-1 draw. Isaac, his debut for Newcastle, scored on it, very good, scored the first goal, scored a second goal, then it was ruled off for the dodgiest offside ever. I'm going to see if I can find the picture and put it up on the screen now, because that's onside. When they draw these lines down from the shoulder blade, they just do it at the weirdest angle ever. Just go off the feet. If it's that narrow, they said at the beginning of the season, if there's narrow offsides like that, they'll say it's level and the goal is given. But, seeing that it is Liverpool, they are a bit of a favoured club, I think, especially when they scored in like the billionth minute of added extra time when only 5 was added on. I mean, there's something dodgy going on there, like the Premier League or the referees or VAR is definitely favouring Liverpool in there. But yeah, that was such a dodgy a game at the end, and Newcastle probably deserved to win it overall, but at least a point. But no, Liverpool end up with all 3 in that one. But they have got up to a pretty poor start, and they have started redeeming themselves now with 2 wins out of 2. Against Everton, though, that are really struggling, it should be Liverpool's game. This I am going to back both sides to score, though. It is a derby, so both sides should be fired up for it, but I'm going to go for a 3-1 Liverpool victory in this one. It was a 2-0 victory to Liverpool last time these sides faced. I think it'll be another Liverpool victory. Yeah, 3-1 to the Reds. Okay, we move on now to Brentford against Leeds United. This one's going to be more of a tough one. Obviously, I said Leeds United got the 1-1 draw with Everton. They got off to a pretty good start. They're still in 6th place, so they've still got time to stay up there. They've had a really good start to the season, and they'll definitely want to bounce back after that loss, the 1-0 loss to Brighton, and then of course the 1-1 draw with Everton. They'll want to win, but same with Brentford as well, as they got a 1-1 draw with Crystal Palace as well in their last game. So in this one, Brentford Community Stadium, I think there'll be goals in this one. Both sides have goals in them. I'm going to go for a big 2-2 draw scoreline in this one. Okay, let's move on to Chelsea against West Ham. Maybe, a little bit of a London derby here. Not one of the main big ones, but, still a London derby nonetheless. And West Ham managed to pick up a 1-1 draw with Tottenham in their last game. Chelsea looking really bad in the 2-1 defeat to Southampton. They need to really find some form, Chelsea, if they want to, get in top 4 maybe. The top 4 is really challenging this season, especially now that Brighton and Leeds United may have entered the race. We'll wait and see, because I think as games go on, players will get tired. That's when the top clubs show the top quality, and then, like the other ones just get lower and lower and lower. But in this one at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea should win this one, and I'm going to back them to do that. I think it will be a very narrow victory. I'm going to go 2-1 to the Blues in this one. Again, I'm going to back both sides to score. West Ham did really well against Tottenham in the other game, and Chelsea really poor against Southampton, and they'll definitely want to bounce back. So yeah, 2-1 to Chelsea I'm going to go for, but there could be another upset in this game here. And then it is Newcastle against Crystal Palace. They'll definitely want to put things right after they were definitely done in that Liverpool game against Palace, who only 1 win out of the first 5 so far. A bit struggling. Got the 1-1 draw with Brentford. Wasn't the greatest of game. I mean, Crystal Palace were the favourites to win that game last week. But coming here to St James's Park, very tough place, especially that their opponent is Newcastle United. I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna go for another 2-1 scoreline here. I am gonna back both sides to score. It was a narrow 1-0 victory to Newcastle United last time these two sides faced. So, we'll have to wait and see with this one. I'll go for 2-1 Newcastle. They should win it and want to bounce back. Okay, next up is Norwich City, Nottingham Forest against Bournemouth, where the favourites for this one is Nottingham Forest, and I think I am going to back a Nottingham Forest victory, but these two sides, of course, were in the Championship last season, so the last time these two sides faced each other was back when they were in the Championship, and when they have faced each other in the Championship, Bournemouth have been favourites for all of those games, but all of a sudden, now that both of these sides are in the Premier League, now that's probably due to Nottingham Forest having a better transfer window, getting in some better players than Bournemouth. They are the favourites for this game, so I kind of do agree with this one. Nottingham Forest's squad is really good. They did lose 6-0 to Manchester City, but I mean, that is Manchester City. We won't talk about that. It doesn't matter that game. Man City's going to smash everyone this season. Another Erling Haaland hat-trick, by the way. We'll come on to Man City in a minute's time, but I'm going to back Nottingham Forest to win this one 2-0. Bournemouth did get a 0-0 draw with Wolverhampton Wanderers, but that is Wolverhampton Wanderers. They don't normally score that many goals. And I do think Bournemouth will maybe still be, a bit down after the 9-0 defeat, even though, as I said, they did do really well to keep a clean sheet against Wolves. But it is Wolves. They don't normally score that many. But Nottingham Forest at home, this one, it should be kind of easy 3 points for them. So they've got in the league, for a team like them, they have to take 3 points when they can. This is the game they can do it. So yeah, 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. And then we move on to Tottenham against Fulham, where Fulham beat Brighton 2-1 in the last game. Very good victory for Fulham. Mitrovic on the score sheet once again. And Tottenham, of course, got the 1-1 draw with West Ham, as I did mention above. Now, this one's going to be a tight one. Of course, Fulham did lose 2-1 to the other London club, Arsenal, when they went to the Emirates. I don't think Fulham will be able to score in this one, even though, Tottenham did leak a goal against West Ham. I'm going to go 2-0 Tottenham. I don't think it'll be, the biggest of scorelines, but I just think with Harry Kane on some form at the moment, and then just I know Son hasn't scored or Kulusevski, but there's some really good players around him, and as we can see, Antonio Conte is a really good coach. Still not picked up a defeat yet in the league, and I don't think that's going to happen to Fulham. Now, Fulham themselves have had a really good start to the league, but coming up against these big sides, I do think they'll struggle. Even though they kind of did have a chance in that Arsenal game, but I'm going to go 2-0 Tottenham. But it'll be very tight. I mean, it could even just be the 1-0 victory to Tottenham. I mean, it was 1-0 to Tottenham last time these two sides faced. So all very fine margins. But I'm going to back a Tottenham victory nonetheless. And then we've got Wolves against Southampton, where of course Wolves got the 0-0 draw with Bournemouth. Still yet to pick up a victory this season. And Southampton got a very good victory 2-1 against Chelsea in their last game. Now, Wolves have struggled to score, and Southampton, obviously, they're scoring against some big clubs and also defending really well against some big clubs. So, you should think that they have it, all wrapped up here against a Wolves side that can't score. Southampton scoring, Southampton defending pretty well. I'm still going to back a Wolves victory, though. This is going to be a bit weird. I'm going to go 2-1 Wolves. Even though Wolves can't score, I'm going to say they're going to score 2. They have to pick up a victory soon. And against Southampton, who I did say have picked up some very good wins, they're still pretty poor. So they've still got to, I think there's two sides facing each other here that are on a similar wavelength. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But this could definitely go either way, or it could just end in like a 0-0 draw or something like that. But yeah, 2-1 to Wolves in this one. That one, really tricky one to predict that. And then Aston Villa against Man City. Aston Villa are not going to get any better. They lost 2-1 to Arsenal in their last game. Will Steven Gerrard get sacked? He's currently still here. Whether or not he's going to be sacked before this game, I don't think he will, seeing that there's too close game times. There's not enough time to sack a manager. But Man City, they should come to Villa Park and absolutely smash them, maybe. I'm going to go for a 3-0 Manchester City win. Of course, this game was one of the league deciders last season when it ended in a 3-2 victory to Man City at the Etihad Stadium, where Aston Villa did go 2-0 up. Liverpool could have won the league last season before Man City made a really good comeback, and we know Man City with really good comebacks, as we saw in the Crystal Palace 4-2 win. But, Man City, Erling Haaland with another hat-trick, as I did mention before, and just the rest of the squad as well. It is Manchester City. Ignore Erling Haaland. It's the Manchester City from last season, plus a goal-scoring striker. It's not going to be very fun for other teams this season, but yeah, I'll go 3-0 Manchester City, because Aston Villa, I think, will probably just defend this game, and they'll concede quite a few goals, but I don't think they'll score. I don't think they'll concede as many as, like Nottingham Forest did. So 3-0 Man City. And then we've got the final two games, which is on the Sunday. We've got Brighton against Leicester and Man United against Arsenal. Now, Man United and Leicester City is the only game that hasn't yet been played. That's been played tonight from the previous game week, which was game week 5. But I have to release these score predictions out here now because, of course, it's almost Saturday. Brighton against Leicester. Brighton got off with a really good start. Annoying that the 2-1 defeat to Fulham, but they have to bounce back from that. Leicester City, as I said, they are playing Man United tonight, but coming to the Amex Stadium here, Leicester City, bottom of the table currently, really struggling this season. Brighton should have this victory. I'm going to go 2-1 to Brighton. I feel like it's teams like Leicester City in the Premier League and also Bristol City in the EFL Championship, the league below the Premier League. They're like two sides that are like average, low, mid-table currently. Leicester City, they're right at the bottom, but they can score a goal. They can come up with a goal, but they can never seem to hold on to all 3 points. It's like Harvey Barnes, Jamie Vardy, James Maddison. They can all get on the score sheet at some point. So Leicester City, I do back them to score a goal. Brighton's defence is pretty solid as well. So it'll be interesting, this game. But one of these days, Leicester City are going to beat a team 3-0 with like Vardy, Maddison, and Barnes on the score sheet. I guarantee you that no one will be expecting as well. So yeah, I'll go for a Brighton victory in this one though. And then we finish off with the big one: Man United against Arsenal. Arsenal, what a start they have had! 5 wins out of 5. Could make it 6 out of 6 in this game, but against Man United at Old Trafford, it's going to be pretty tough. Now, I know Arsenal fans will, be going here maybe full of confidence. Man United still struggling from their problems last season, and then, it's kind of spread over onto this season after the defeats to Brighton on the opening day, and then who did they lose to on the Brentford 4-0. How can I forget that one? I think they're slowly coming back into it after a narrow 1-0 victory against Southampton. Of course, they picked up the 2-1 victory against Liverpool. Still yet to play today against Leicester, so we'll wait and see how that goes. But I think it's going to be both. It's going to be one of these games that form doesn't matter, and then both sides are going to just want to go in and get at least something. I'm going to say both sides to pick up a point. But, of course, both sides will want to go into this game wanting to pick up all 3 points. I mean, they should do. But I think it'll end in a draw. It'll be a good game. I'm going to go for a big 2-2 draw to wrap up my Game Week 6 score predictions. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And, yeah, hopefully Liverpool don't get any more dodgy decisions given towards them. Yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye.